The hospice nurse held my hand and said, "I'll make sure your kids are taken care of." She meant it differently than I thought. I have 6 months left, maybe 8 if I'm lucky, but the cancer doesn't care about luck. My daughter is 17 and makes breakfast now because I can't stand long enough to scramble eggs. And my son is 10 and still believes mommy will get better because I haven't figured out how to break his heart yet. The hospice nurse started 2 months ago and she's perfect. Brings homemade soup on Tuesdays, knows my son needs exactly 4 stuffed animals to sleep, and she stays after her shift ends just to make sure I take my pills. My hands shake so bad from the meds that I can't even type anymore. So when she offers to help with the bills, I say yes, because what choice do I have? She has this soft voice and calls me sweetheart and brings candy for the kids. They trust her completely. My son even calls her Aunt Nurse now. I give her medical power of attorney to make life easier for my kids. The kids need someone steady right now, and she seems like an angel sent to help us through this nightmare. My daughter comes home from school crying because her tuition check bounced. I secured $30,000 for her future. I call the bank from my bed, barely able to speak clearly through the morphine fog, and they tell me about authorized transfers, multiple ones over 3 months, all going somewhere I don't recognize. The nurse arrives for her shift and I try to confront her, but I'm so weak it comes out like a whisper. However, she doesn't deny it, just tilts her head and says, "Sweetheart, you're confused. The medications make you paranoid. This happens near the end." She talks to me like I'm a child, reminds me that yesterday I thought my dead sister visited. That wasn't true. But she pats my hand saying, "Don't upset yourself. It's bad for your heart. Think of the children." I'm too weak to fight when she gives me the morphine dose. Extra strong today, but she doesn't see me reach for the old baby monitor on my nightstand. I hit the record button just as she walks into the hallway. The morphine makes everything fuzzy, but I hear her clearly on the phone saying, "She's getting worse. Maybe 2 weeks, then the house is clear." I start denying morphine and the pain is unbearable, but my mind gets clearer each day. Clear enough to tell my daughter to log into our bank app and check on everything. She finds the screenshots of transfers, $2,000 here, $5,000 there, all going to something called Patient Comfort LLC. Then she admits she has something to show me. It's the nurse's social media. Spa days, designer bags, all posted right after each transfer. My daughter searches obituaries, finds 5 other patients who all had our nurse and all died unexpectedly soon. We start recording everything, my daughter using her phone whenever the nurse is here, and my 10-year-old casually mentions that Aunt Nurse was in my room, by my desk last night while I was sleeping. My daughter checks and finds my real will is gone, replaced with a forgery, leaving everything to her. It states she's in charge of distribution of funds to children as needed. My daughter reaches out to the other families on Facebook saying she's doing a school project on hospice care, and 3 families respond saying they all lost money. But we're told by the nurse that their parent was confused near the end. One family has security footage of the nurse going through drawers and pocketing cash while the patient sleeps. We gather everything together and I tell my daughter to call my lawyer. He comes when the nurse is off shift, looks at all the evidence and says this is enough proof to move forward. My daughter has become a detective because I'm too weak to protect her myself, but she's strong and she's saving us both. The nurse arrives for her next shift all cheery with cookies for the kids, but there are 2 detectives waiting in my living room. Her face falls when she sees them. She tries to leave, but they block the door. She starts crying that I'm confused, that the medicine makes me paranoid. They tell her they found 7 victims total, $340,000 stolen over 4 years. As they cuff her, she screams at me that I was supposed to be grateful. She held my hand. She cared for me. My daughter speaks up and says, "You stole my college fund while my mom was dying." I tell her my children will have their futures back if I have to rip it from her in court. The judge orders full restitution plus damages. I'm still dying, but I can hold a pen again, so I'm writing letters for all my kids' birthdays until they're 30.